Hey guys, and welcome to MissionSheet.com. I recently put out a poll about 2 days ago that says, what do you guys want to see more of? And you guys wanted to see overwhelmingly live researching of police, fire, and EMS. Now, before we get started on that, I'm going to close this out because we don't need that anymore. We just have to go over a few things. So what is a city and how do we find information on it? There's a few ways. If we take a look at this map right now, we can see the United States. Now, there's different sizes of cities, of course. Everyone knows about New York. Everyone knows about Los Angeles. But there's also different sizes of cities. We have extra large, which is New York City, Phoenix, Arizona, Los Angeles. These are some pretty large cities. Even in Canada here, we have Ottawa and Toronto, which are the biggest cities of Canada, pretty much. And then we zoom in just a little bit here. We'll just zoom in once. Now it shows large cities, which is Salt Lake City, Denver, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Las Vegas. Now these aren't small cities by any way. These are pretty heavy cities. These are large cities. Now we just zoom in one more time. It's going to show all these little sub-cities that are around the area. Now it's going to start showing Wichita, Kansas, Louisville, Columbia, Evansville, Nashville, all these other smaller cities that aren't very prominent, but they are very big in their own way. And then we zoom in one more. We'll come in here in just the Dallas area. We'll zoom in one more time, and then it starts even giving us even medium-sized cities too. And if we zoom in even more, we can start seeing suburbs of cities. Sometimes these are incorporated in the city, or they're just general suburbs. But it is very, 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 very small cities that kind of make up these areas. So you can choose to do any of these by any means, but I'll just give you a little heads up here. The bigger the city, the easier it is to research. Just a forewarning. There's more publications on it. There's more citizens that will jot down the information about EMS or fire or police. There'll be more pictures of the fire equipment. There'll be better information all around. Now, the smaller town you get, population of 1,000, 2,000, it is very, very, very difficult to find information on those cities because one, they don't have a PR team because the city's so damn small. Two, there's only 2,000 people, and the likelihood of one of those people being someone who jots down information for their local PD, for the local fire, or the EMS is very, very small. It's just a much smaller base. So that kind of brushes in the question of live researching. Okay, with that being said, there's a few things that I have, that I can't really do. I actually don't have a lot of fire to research per se at the moment. But we do have some police to research in different areas. In Thurston County, and different areas like that. Even in Escambia County, we do have a little bit to do here. I pretty much have done fire on pretty much all of my counties, so I really can't research it live. But what we can do, and I think we might do this episode, is actually just pick a random city in the United States and research it. So what I'm going to do is a random city, let's just do it, random U.S. city generator. Now this will, I don't really know, I've never used one of these before, but let's just type in a random city. Okay, we could do Scottsdale. These are pretty large cities. Oh, these are very, very large cities. Let's just see here. Let's just do quantity 1, and we'll just hit, okay, no, we want US cities. Okay, yeah, we want US cities. US cities. And let's just, whatever populates next to the city we'll research. This is all random. Let's take a look here. Quantity 1 and return. Okay, so this site kind of sucks, but it wants us to research Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, the population of Scottsdale, Arizona, I've actually been to Scottsdale in real life. It's actually a really nice place, but it's pretty much a suburb of Phoenix. Let's see, population of Scottsdale, Arizona. And population of that city is 243,000. Now, like I said, this is a suburb of Phoenix. You can see Phoenix right here, and Scottsdale is right over here. So, let's come in here and build something, shall we? Let's go to copy. Let's just duplicate this page. And this will bring us a copy of Escambia County, which is one that we're not actually going to do, but we're going to come over here and delete this. Delete. Okay. Delete. Come on, delete it. There we go. All right, we're going to delete all this information here, and we're going to create a brand new spreadsheet. I'm just going to show you guys how easy it is to research and find information on these towns and cities. We're just going to get rid of all this information here. Let's go to get rid of of that. And we'll get rid of this. Get rid of that. Okay. So first off, we got to figure out which county Scottsdale, Arizona is in. And it is probably going to be in Scottsdale, Arizona. Usually we can find out which county it is in. The city is in eastern part of Maricopa County. Okay, so it's in Maricopa County. So what we're going to do is type in Maricopa County. And the city the state we're building in is in Arizona, so AZ. And then we're going to type in Maricopa County. County. Now, if you are building, you don't necessarily have to do the whole county. If you want to do just a city, you can definitely do your own city. But I recommend doing the whole county because doing the whole county gets you a whole general idea of the area. Now, you can get urban areas with the county. You can get rural areas with the county. Oh my God. Scottsdale, Arizona. Scottsdale Fire Department. Now let's get started here. Let's copy Scottsdale real quick here one more time. And we have Scottsdale Police Department. Okay. And we'll delete these unit numbers because those are from a different town. And SCD for Scottsdale. SCD for Scottsdale Police Department. Now what we're going to do this episode is find, for one, the fire departments. 2, the EMS, and 3 is going to be the county sheriff's office and possibly even the dispatch center, depending on how much time we have with this video. Typically, I would do my own areas, but like I said, I don't have much areas to research. Now, like I said, the only things I have to research by myself are, for one, the Coast Guard, which you guys didn't want to see, which is okay. It's what it is. And the other thing is police, which I think you guys want to see a mix of police, fire, and EMS, so I'm just going to show you guys a new area. Okay, with that being said, we chose Scottsdale, Arizona off the random generator. We're going to look up Scottsdale AZ Fire Department. Now, we're going to look at their general website first, and we'll see what their information they have on there. Ground ambulance program. So does that mean they run ground ambulance out of their stations? Possible. Fire station locator. Let's take a look here. Let's check how many stations they have. Either one, this is going to be a big map, which I think it's going to be. Okay, here we go. We have stations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 stations. And if we take a look, station 15, and let's look at here in Google Maps. All right. While we're doing that, we're going to pull up our little dude here, and he's going to look at the outside of the station. Now, their stations are labeled from 1 to 15, or 16 even possible. But usually they have some labels outside of these stations to indicate. Fire station 615. It's kind of a fire station in the middle of nowhere, not going to lie. There's no buildings. It is an absolute wasteland out here. But yeah, it looks like we have station 615 out here. And let's take a look here at Scottsdale AZ Fire Department stations and apparatus. Now, if you type this in for most towns, it should find out what information is there. For one, we could look at the Fire Fandom Wiki, which is very, very helpful. Also, sometimes there is Wikipedia pages. Also, let's take a look at 5280 Fire. Now, this could be like its own website dedicated to it. So you have station 603, 604, 605, and if we take a look in here, they might, yep, this is what I was expecting. I was going to say they might show with the apparatus inside. So if we look at station 603, they have engine 603, utility 603, fire investigator 601. So yeah, that kind of helps, not going to lie. So we do station 601, 602, 603. So we're gonna head back over here. I don't know why there's, oh, there we go. I was gonna say where's station 601 and 602, but I guess I didn't look. Okay. Scottsdale. So we have stations, let's take a look one last time here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's no 12. Okay. We have stations 601, 602, 603, oh, sorry, 603, 604, 605, oh my god, hold on. 604, 605, 606, 607, oh, damn it. 606, 607, 608, 609, 610, oh my god, 610, 611, and there was no station 12, right? There's no 12, so 13, 14, 15, 16. 15, 14, 15, 16. 613, 614, 616, 615. Okay. 615. And station 61. Oh, come on. 615 and station 616. Okay. I'm going to come in here and fix all these. Bold. 14. Archivo black. And line this up to this point. Okay, station 601. Engine 601. Okay, that one's easy. So we have E601. Well, that's station 601. Okay, easy enough. And it looks like that's it. Low acuity 1. Looks like this is a 4 to 550 Super Duty Rosenbauer Light Rescue. So this means that either 1, they are running ambulances out of their fire departments, or 2, there's another unit here. So we'll check some things out here. So you have engine 602. We have ladders 602, which there's no picture of. Okay. Ladder tender 602. What is ladder tender? Okay, I'm gonna take a look at this because I've never seen a tanker truck and a ladder. Scottsdale AZ ladder tender 602. Let's take a look at images here. Okay. I don't know why this is ladder tender 602 unless they meant just tender 602. Okay, interesting. So at station 602 we have L602 for ladder 602. We have engine 602. Possible tender here. Tender 602. And we have a battalion 601. B601. Now there was another thing at station 1 that we could just make a little note of. It says here there's a low acuity 1. So what we're going to do is just copy this and we're going to type in here. And we're going to shrink this down to like font 7 and we're going to mark this as purple. Now this website says low acuity 1 here, but we want to double check with other websites to choreograph that there is a low acuity 1 here, just so we're not going with one person's information. Now station 3 has engine 603, utility 603, and fire investigator 601. So we have engine E603. We have utility 603. And then we have fire investigator 601. So we could do FI 601 or just investigator 601. Now, here's another thing that we're kind of finding out here. So utility 603 looks to be like a heavy rescue. So if they, in this department, they might just call heavy rescues utilities, possibly. So a scene support unit, utility 603. Now what we might do is if there's a lot of utilities, if we find out that there's a lot of utilities within the department, what we might do is just get rid of the rescue tab here and then just type in utility. That's what we could do. But that's being said, if there's no rescue trucks, we might just take that out and put utility in there, because they just call heavy rescue units utilities, which every department's a little bit different, every county's a little bit different. But yeah, this is the general idea, and we're going to switch over to police now. We're going to try to make this video short and sweet, not too lengthy. So we're going to take a look here at Scottsdale Police Department. I do appreciate this website. We're actually going to copy this and just paste it in here just for a future reference in case we ever need to look at it again. And I'm sure we will. Whoever wants to do Scottsdale, Arizona, they are welcome to do it. I don't think Scottsdale, Arizona is even chosen yet in our alliance. So if you guys want to do Scottsdale, Arizona, I will do all the legwork for you here. Let's take a look here at Arizona. I do have a lot of tabs open, so there's quite a bit of lag. Plus I have 8,000 fire stations and police departments open right now on the screen. Currently zooming in, so let's take a look here. Like I said, the more you zoom into these small towns, the harder they are to research. Unless they're like a very prominent station, or a very unique station. Okay, let's take a look here. And it looks like someone's actually doing SCD. Look at that. I didn't even know that. That's funny. Okay. Stations, they're already doing station 608, 606. So let's take a look at their stations. So let's take a look at their station 601, which is station 601. So it looks like there's LA 601, which is, of course, low acuity 1. And of course, they have engine 601. So according to this information, he found that LA 601 did exist. So we could mark this as built. I didn't even know he built that. But we do have our police departments. We do have our county. We have our different things here. That kind of takes the fun out of it. I was actually just trying to research this just so someone could use all this information and pop in. Anyways, so that's going to be fire. That's kind of how you can research and figure out information on different departments. For one, going into the physical website of the city's website. Sometimes cities have it. Very rare, but it does happen. Other than that, Fire Fandom. So if we take a back out of this and we go to another website called Fire Fandom, this will show all the apparatus and the fire departments and the addresses of the station to the best of their ability. This is information that anyone can alterate. It's kind of like a Wikipedia page, hence Fire Fandom Wiki. So anyone can update it as they choose. But yeah. So here's ladder tender 602. Now I don't know what a ladder tender is. Maybe they just call their ladder trucks ladder tenders for some reason, but what? Okay. So ladder tender 602 is a physical engine. I don't know what this is. Ladder tender 602. So this could just mean it's like the first on scene. So if there's a huge structure fire, the ladder truck gets there. They need a pumping supply. So what they do is they hook up a hose from the hydrant to the engine, from the engine to the ladder truck. So this is possibly what it is. Just like a first scene tack truck. Let's see here. Scottsdale Fire ladder 615, tender 614. So this is part about doing the county. Like if you did the full county, you might not have access to their tanker trucks. Because most cities have fire hydrants in their cities, like if not 99.9% of the cities in this country, cities with infrastructure, of course, have fire hydrants. A lot of them don't, I will say. If you're in the rural areas, you probably don't have a fire hydrant, just because it takes a lot of pumping power to pump water to a hydrant and have enough pressure to actually make it a fire hydrant. But yeah, that's Scottsdale. I highly recommend checking out this site if you guys are looking on doing any fire department, big or small. They have a lot of small departments in here as well. Ones you probably wouldn't even imagine. They are in this website. Okay, moving on. Let's go over to police. Sorry, I just had to take a little tangent on that. Okay, let's close that. Scottsdale AZ Police Department. Now we're going to find their address here. For one, we could go to Google Images, or not Google Images, Google Maps. We could find their address. Or you could just type this one in here. So this one's at 8401 East Indian School Road, Scottsdale, Arizona. So let's copy this, or you can probably click on this and it'll bring us to the address. So Scottsdale Police Department looks like it's a pretty large building. What we can do here is, if you were building this department, you would obviously build a PD. I wouldn't put a jail in here because there's not necessarily a jail in here. They probably transport directly to the county lockup. But here is a look at their police department. Now, it's a very funky looking building, a lot of roof curves. I would hate to be a roofer. The amount of cost it would, I don't understand why they put the roof like this. The amount of hills and valleys makes this roof very, very difficult to roof. Not that I'm a roofer, but I can just imagine the flatter the roof, the easier, right? Okay, moving on. We can see these covered banks right here that could either mean one of two things. One, there's police cars parked under here, which there probably is because it's a police department. Or two, they're just trying to make like a solar thing that they can charge their cars off and everything like that. But we can see in here that there's really no parking here. So this fence separates the public from the private part of the station here. Not that the police department is private in any way, but there's some people coming into the PD and robbing the catalytic converters on their cars. And if we take a look in here, we actually cannot see any PD cars really in here. So that begs the question is, where are the police cars? Hard to say, hard to say. Now, either one, this is just a headquarters for all the administration for the Scottsdale Police, which is possibly the case. It does look like the city does have a jail. So let's take a look here. Scottsdale City Jail, 3700 North 75th Street, Scottsdale, Arizona. So we'll come in here and find this on Google. Now let's see if we even have the jail built in this area. Is there a Scotts Valley Jail? STD Foothills District. Interesting. I did not know Scottsdale City had a jail. Some cities do. A lot of bigger cities do have jails, but if they don't, it's typically run through the county. Okay, while this loads, let's figure it out. The city of Scottsdale Jail is located at downtown Scottsdale Police Department, 3700 North 75th Street. Can be accessed through the second floor next to the Civic Library. Jail court hours are from 9 a.m. Jail dormitory program. Okay, so it looks like the jail is on the second floor. At this location. Now I'm wondering if this area is actually a dispatch center. Just based on this big ass radio antenna here, I think this could be the dispatch center. Now it looks like we do have some specialty units here. I don't know what this is, but I would assume this is some sort of specialty unit parked behind here. Now the outside of this building should say jail. Yep. We have police, we have court, and it should say something around here about the jail. City jail, right down this way. Okay. Okay, city jail is behind here. Got it. So the city jail is hard to say where it is. It could be here. What is this place? This is the technology center. But which part of this building is the jail? It did say the jail was coming over here. Now what I'm thinking this little thing is for here, I think this is where the police come in to enter the Sally Port. Yeah, this is where it says restricted parking. Police vehicles only. So I'm wondering if this is the Sally Port, where you go down here, drive in, drop your prisoner off, and I don't really know exactly where the police cells particularly are in this building, but obviously we know there's a city jail here because there's multiple signs that say city jail. Plus there's a courthouse where you go right from your jail cell to the courthouse and get arraigned and then sent to either one, county detention, or two, prison for your sentencing. Right here we can see our bike unit, which is not exactly sure what this means. Either one, they go around picking up abandoned bikes, because there's actually a surprising amount of abandoned bikes that get picked up in a city. My city auction is filled to the brim with bikes, stolen bicycles that are unclaimed by the persons, or just different stuff like that. Or two, this is where the actual city police officer are on bikes, and this vehicle just gets them to where they need to go. So that's possibly what this is, where they just have city bikes parked in the back of it with their little lights and sirens and stuff. So we're just looking for, at this point, the city police department where they park their cars. Now, what they could be doing is actually parking their police cars down in here, which is very, very possible. They have to go under here. I don't think this is available to the public. I think they are parking their police cars potentially under this parking ramp here, because it doesn't look like this parking ramp is really accessible by any other point because it's underground. Yeah, looks like we do have a police car parked up here. So this is public parking. Like I said, I do think there is possible police parking down below here that I just can't tell. Now, if I had more time, more information, I could definitely do that, but I'm not going to waste too much of your guys' time just kind of going on this random scavenger hunt with me. But obviously, we know this is a police department. We know this is a jail. We also know this is a court. But I also think that there's the 911 center is here for the city. Not the county dispatch center, but the 911, the city dispatch center is here at this location. Okay, let's just copy this address for 3737 North Drinkwater Boulevard. Very interesting name for a town, or a street, I should say. So we're going to type this in, and we're going to see what our other guy did. Scottsdale Police Department. Looks like it doesn't have the police department built per se, but it does look like it's got a hospital built, but it doesn't have this one built yet. That's all right. So yeah, we could just put in our information under here for the Scottsdale Police Department. Now, let's try to find some police vehicle units. Let's just type in Scottsdale AZ Police Department cars. Now, typically, most police departments, they do have where you can actually physically see the cars in one way, shape, or another. So if we take a look at this picture right here, maybe this one is probably a little bit better. But we can see unit numbers on these cars. We can see unit number 16582. You can also see unit number 16582 right here on this the side of the car. You can see unit number 18727 here. You can see, that's just a random thing. You can see unit number, if this ever loads, we'll just skip that one for now because it's not loading. We have unit number 18727. And then we have a whole row of police cars here, City of Scottsdale. And it looks like this one doesn't actually show it. So it could be on the back or it could be on the rooftop where the unit number is. Or some departments just don't even have unit numbers on them. We have unit number 14310 here. So what I would do is actually come in here and type in unit number 14340, was it? Sorry, 14310. Sorry, that was my bad. 14310. And I would actually attach these to the police departments. Now, what we also have here is the county, which is Maricopa County. Let's see here, Maricopa County, AZ. We would just type in Sheriff's Office. Now, the Sheriff's Office would bring us to 1, their dispatch center, 2, their county lockup, and 3, their actual patrol division. So what they see here is the detention division. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Oopsies. Okay, so we can see here their detention division, which could be their jail. So we can check up jail locations. So it looks like there's multiple jails here in Maricopa County, it's a very, very large area. So I would assume they probably do have multiple jails. We have their patrol unit side of it, which could probably check up their just patrol units. And I'm sure somewhere in here it shows their 911 dispatching too. So yeah, we could go on this website and find out a bunch of information. Let's take a look at their jail locations, because I'm kind of curious to see how many there are. So they have the 4th Avenue Jail, their 512 facility, their Estrella Jail, their Intake Transfer and Release Center (ITR), their Lower Buckeye. Holy shit, that's a lot of jail. Tower Jail. Oh my god. They also have a transportation hub, which I don't really know what this does, but the Watkins. That's so many goddamn jails. Holy shit. It's a lot of jails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I don't know what the transportation hub does, but I'm actually gonna look into this because I'm kind of curious. That's a lot of jails, man. Holy moly. And it looks like potentially all these jails are actually in one area. So we have the Watkins Jail here. We have Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, Maricopa County Government Center. I think all these, this Durango Jail, Durango Courthouse, Maricopa County. So I'm thinking a lot of these jails are actually just in one area. Phoenix Fire Department Training Academy. So we could build a fire training facility here. It's a huge building. Holy moly. Oh, this is a fire. Holy moly, that's a nice station. That's huge. What station number is this? Holy, is that beautiful. Or is this just for training purposes? If this is just for training, holy shit. Like, do they... I feel like they have to run actual 911s out of the state. But look how far back this station is. It's in the middle of a government center. Because if they... Let's say a fire engine comes out of here to do a 911 call. It's a parking lot used for training and evac and helicopter support. They would have to come all the way out of here into here, and then they'd have to go through this. This looks to be a fence right here, a rolling fence, and then out onto the street. There's no way this is an actual fire department. But this is a beautiful station. Holy moly! I wish I could see a better picture of it, because this is kind of grainy. But wow! And what is this place? Let's zoom in here. Do we know what... Is this a jail, potentially? I don't know what this is. This kind of looks like a jail, just from the outside, with it being so grainy right now. It's grainy for me, too. Don't worry. It's not just you. Gosh, I'm finding so much information out. That is just one beautiful, beautiful piece. This thing just takes forever to load. Because I'm recording, because I have too many damn tabs open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs open. This is the Phoenix Fire Training Academy. And now, I don't know if this building is part of the training academy or what this place is. Or this is the jail. Because there was a Lower Buckley jail. But looking at this picture, this does not look like the Buckley jail. So I'm wondering if this is like the fire headquarters or something like that. But yeah, this appears just to be the training academy. The whole complex, which is crazy. Crazy stuff. Okay, well that kind of sums up the Scottsdale County, Maricopa County Jail, and a little bit of the patrol units. And now we could just type in the exact same thing here. We just type in Maricopa County Sheriff's Department. We find their buildings, and if you go on Street View, a lot of the times you can see their unit numbers from the street. Or two, if it's really good quality of Google Satellite, you can actually read the unit numbers from the rooftop of their car, which is a lot of time in California. California is notorious for having unit numbers on the top of their car because they use so much air support. The air support can tell the unit number because they can see the unit number on the top of their car. They can tell them, hey, there's a guy on your right, guy on your left, or a lot of their pursuits, they manage them like that. Yeah, if the Google Satellite's coming over, you can actually look on Google Satellites at that specific station, write down the unit numbers, and that's exactly what I've done in multiple cases with my departments. So if you're looking to get unit numbers on the cars, either one, go to Google Earth, or two, just go to Google Images and type in Maricopa County Sheriff's Vehicles. Now, it's hard to tell which unit number goes with station. That's very, very difficult, especially since some unit numbers change with different stations and stuff like that as well. So that's one thing that is going to be pretty hard to find as well. But since someone's actually already doing Maricopa County and Scottsdale Fire, when I say Maricopa County, they're not doing the full Maricopa County as far as my information. this just looks like they're doing Scottsdale. And it looks like Phoenix is still open. So if anyone wants to do Phoenix, Arizona, you're welcome to come and join. But what I'm going to do is actually just get rid of all of this junk because I just pretty much researched it for nothing. We're going to actually come in here and delete this and delete sheet. That is a brief look on how to research different areas and stuff like that. Pretty simple to do. Like I said, the bigger the city, the easier it is. The smaller the city, the harder it is. Now, I would assume Flagstaff probably has an easy fire department. Sedona probably has one. Cottonwood probably has an easy one. But these are very, very small towns, like a population of 1,000. I would assume they're very, very difficult to do. I typically go by county, and I have had to do small towns. I wouldn't necessarily say populations of 1,000, but I have done small towns, and they're very, 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 very difficult to research and very frustrating at times to get information on. And sometimes if you don't know, just take your best guess and do what you gotta do, I guess. Anyways, this pretty much sums up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, this was a viewer suggested topic that a lot of you guys wanted to do. In the meantime, I'm going to be building these jails if they're not already built. I'm going to build the 4th Avenue Jail. I'm going to build the 512 facility, the Estrella Jail, the intake, I probably won't build the intake transfer center, the Lower Buckley Jail, and the Towers Jail, and possibly even the Watkins Jail, depending on how much time we have. But either one, I might just do this on a different video, or two, I might just do it off camera. Let me just do a little coin flip here. Let's type in coin flip, flipper generator. So if it's a yes, I'll do it on stream. If it's a no, I'll just do it off camera. Let's see, flipping. Oh, I guess I probably should have said heads or tails, which was which. So we'll do